as someone who formally teaches guys how to get results on online dating profiles, both on dating apps and dating websites, it should come as no surprise that I've used and tried pretty much every dating app and website out there, at least all the big ones. And so, of course, I've used Hinge in the past, and my thoughts on Hinge have been, hey, it's a nice app, you can get good results. I still find there are more attractive women and more women on Tinder in most major cities, so I prefer to use Tinder over Hinge. You could use both, porque no los dos, but generally speaking, Tinder is my favorite. Recently, I have a friend who lives in the city above me, Brisbane in Australia, and he said, dude, you've got to try Hinge. You've got to try it. I said, man, of course I've used Hinge. What do you think? I'm an idiot? Of course I'm going to Hinge to try it. It's okay, but I prefer Tinder. He said, no. Use Hinge, man. Something's going on. So I said, okay. And a week and a half ago, I set up a Hinge profile for myself, and things have indeed changed on Hinge. What's changed? What's going on? What kind of things did I experience when I switched to Hinge? Keep watching to find out. So a week and a half ago, I created a Hinge profile for myself. And I set it up and started swiping, or having a look to see which women were available. And to say I wasn't impressed would be an understatement. I was the initial women that it was showing me were, I don't want to be mean, but they were unattractive. They were definitely unattractive women. And so the first thing I did was I took some screenshots, sent them to him, and said, "Dude, WTF? What are you trying to do to me here, man?" And he chuckled and said, "No, man, I haven't had that experience at all." So anyway, I kept kind of swiping a little bit more for that day. And indeed, I found 5 women who I thought were pretty attractive. And when I say 5, I'm not saying only 5. I'm saying once I reached 5, it wouldn't let me like any more profiles. So you can only really like 5 profiles a day unless you pay a paid user or something else. So that's what I did. And then I stepped away and I didn't look at it anymore. So this was in the afternoon. I didn't look at it anymore until about 8 o'clock in the evening. When I looked at it at 8 o'clock in the evening, something really weird had happened. So of those 5 women that I had liked, basically in Hinge, what you do is you like an aspect, a specific part of their profile, either a photo or one of the random questions they answer. More on that later. I liked that, and then I commented on each of it, right? Said something playful in response to that part of their profile. And out of the 5, 3 of them replied to me. Oh, that's interesting. But something more had happened. 6 women had found a part of my profile they liked and written something specific to me about it as well. Now, when I had a look at those 6 women, you know how on Tinder very often, a lot of the women that like you, they're not that attractive. Not at all. Many of them are really, yeah. But on Hinge, what I experienced was that out of the 6, 5 were reasonable. And by reasonable, what I mean is it depends on your taste of women, depends on your age range and all that kind of thing. But they weren't unattractive women. They were just regular women. And out of those 6, 3 of them were women that I thought, hey, she's actually pretty decent. Not just looks, but personality that I could see oozing out of her profile. So I responded to them as well. But then I noticed something else really weird going on that very same night. Every single one of those women, so the 3 initial ones from the 5 likes I sent out, and then the 3 from the 6 who had liked me, were all engaging with me. So it wasn't like on Tinder, where you start conversations with a bunch of women and the conversation's really stilted, you get one-word answers. Yeah, I wasn't getting any of that. They were actually engaged with me, like having actual conversation, trying to get to know me, trying to have fun if I was being witty and playful with them, and all that kind of stuff. And that was really mind-blowing. But there's more, still all on this very first day of experience. I had a conversation, and this was in the conversation. This blew my mind, because this happens sometimes. Sure, you find women in this space, but the very first day in a brand new app, that was interesting. And then I had this conversation, which again, both these women are verified. In other words, I've had video calls with both these women. They're both eager to catch up in person, like we've lined up dates to meet. That's really crazy. And I say crazy because Hinge historically has been mostly about relationship finding. And I found that the way women are interacting with me, some of them, yes, are definitely just looking for a relationship, but many of them are a lot less focused in that area now. It's like there's been a shift in the demographic of women. So what's going on? What has happened? What has Hinge changed? I don't know that Hinge itself has changed a whole lot. I think that a couple of things are going on. First of all, because of the whole apocalypse going on right now, online dating, especially Tinder, has just gotten flooded with desperate men, like needy, desperate guys who just they don't really know how to use the app, and they're pushy and they're sexually aggressive, and they're frustrated as well because it's like a downward spiral. The more men you get on there, the more higher the competition is, the harder it is to get any matches, the more frustrating it becomes. So some men, especially men who are struggling to get a good profile, because having a great profile is so important, those guys are struggling and they're getting frustrated. So I imagine the conversations with women are even less and less engaged because the guys are like, oh, whatever, what's the point even, right? And women are getting frustrated with Tinder because they're not getting the results they want, so they're leaving Tinder for other opportunities. Hinge is getting attention, I think, more now because it limits the amount of likes you can have per day to just 5. So I think women aren't going to get as slammed by guys. But more than that, I think Hinge gives men and women the opportunity to get a better idea of what someone's personality is like. And that's important when, as women, you're getting so slammed by people. Because in Hinge, what happens is you put up your profiles, but then you answer sort of 3 random questions, right? And those questions, they give you an opportunity to insert personality. So not just your photos, but these questions help to give you an opportunity to demonstrate personality. So no one on Hinge has nothing written in their profile. They're all going to have something written. So you can't just have the boring random crap that men and women often write. You've got to put something to answer those questions. And I, as a guy, can see, she's got no personality. This woman's boring. This woman's more relationship oriented. This woman's a little bit more playful and casual minded. I can see that often from the questions. And so I know who to right, left, swipe. Women can do that with us guys too. So for my questions, these were my answers up. They'll be up here on the board too. And I get a lot of likes for these answers, especially the IBIS one. I don't know why, but I get so many women commenting on that saying, oh my God, me too. Or, oh my God, I have a fear I didn't know I had, all this kind of stuff. So it's worked quite well for me, women responding to this stuff. And I suspect that's what's going on. So a lot of the women who would have been on Tinder could well be jumping ship. It's a trend that I can't see in any other way. And it's just a guess on my part, but the ground is shifting. And so I wanted to make this video as quickly as possible because there's a lot changing with the world of online dating. This might not be the case in a month from now. I don't even know for sure if this Tinder versus Hinge situation is going to be exactly the same in every city, or if it depends on the cycle of people being in lockdown and out of lockdown and stuff. But if you are a heavy Tinder user or busy using other apps and you've used Hinge before but haven't used it in a while, I reckon jump back in and see how your results go. Now, as always, of course, you're not going to benefit much if you have a poor performing profile. You know, having a really great online dating profile isn't just about being an attractive guy. It's about having good photos. You know, I know guys who are really attractive guys who struggle to get results because they have just profiles that show off an unappealing side of them, or make them look douchey, or make them look conceited, or make them look stuck up, or all these kind of things. These are mistakes guys make. And so it's really important to know how to build a great profile, how to engage women really well, to get them out on dates, you know, how to write something in your profile that's going to make them chuckle and laugh and demonstrate a fantastic personality. I'm a professional coach. I can show you how to do this. More importantly, I have a course, School of Online Dating, which you can actually do and get your money back for right now during the current apocalypse. It works like this. If you sign up for the course. Now, in this course, I'll show you exactly how to create a profile, how to write profile description, how to engage with women so they want to respond, how to deal with flakiness, how to organize dates, how to create successful dates that a women are going to want to see you again. Explain how to do all that in this program, as well as a Facebook group where you can throw up your profiles, you can throw up your conversations, and myself, other coaches, and other more experienced students are going to give you feedback. I'm on there every single day giving feedback to the guys, so you've got access to us for help with that as well. If you pay for the program up front and you complete it fully within 30 days, you will get an email from myself saying, hey, congratulations on finishing. Would you like a full refund, partial refund, or no refund at all? Now, that gives you the opportunity to basically say, hey, I'm struggling with money. I need all my money back. I'm struggling with money. I need a partial refund, or hey, keep it all. You have the opportunity. I'm doing this because it's a crazy time and lots of guys are struggling. And I still want guys to have the opportunity to learn. So as soon as the world crisis begins to slow down, this is going to go away. I highly recommend you check it out by clicking the link up here or down in the comments below. For the rest of you, how have you had this experience? Have you switched to Hinge recently and seen this big shift in more amenable women, like decent quality women being more chatty and more engaged with you on Hinge? I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And maybe check out some of my other videos. If you like this one, you might just like some of those as well. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon.